Roundrux thinks long and hard on what to do with precious glowstone. It is most favoritist treasure of Roundrux, but glowstone is also what Maid seeks all this time, and has already bought Roundrux 3 whole years of joy. So Roundrux decides to give it to Maid, so she can be happy too. It's like a little cave down here. Guess it's a lookout point. The Illuminati are up to something, and we mean to hit them before they can put whatever it is they're planning into action. To which end, allow me to introduce my newest and perhaps most astounding invention, the Electrodrammer 3, first of its kind. Speechless with astonishment, I see. As well you should be. The high-frequency waves emitted by this device will interfere with any and all enemy communications, making it impossible for them to coordinate an effective defense. With it working in our favor, victory is all but assured. I see. What was that? Bloody hells. Oh snap, it's moving again. Are we gonna have to go through the other arm now? Looks like it. So cool. You've woken it up. Nay, only the left arm stirs. Could the waves emitted by your device have disturbed something within the barrier, Wedge? It's not my fault. Not to worry, Wedge. With the Illuminati hard at work at reviving the giant, it was only a matter of time before parts of it started springing to life. You just gave this one a little extra nudge. On a brighter note, it would seem you've saved us the trouble of finding another way in. That is true. It's the guy with the cat again. Another core stirs to life. The future unfolds exactly as expected, exactly as written. Guessing that's the book? The codex that everyone's looking for? Uplander feels shivery shakes. Arm of steel giant is wide open, and no Illuminati in sight. Nice. You now have access to the Fist of the Sun. Midas can be accessed via... Okay. Whoa, it's like way farther out of the water than I realized now. Let's do this. This looks familiar. It's like the same as the first area, except it's mirrored now. Nice. Oh, it's a lot more vertical than the first wing. Oh, that's disorienting. And now there's two of these guys instead of one. Elevator boss? Nope. Goblin with a gun boss. Nice. Well, this guy turned into a Hulk. And there's symbols here that I'm not sure. Oh no. Harambe? Is that you, Harambe? He's alive. That's the giant bomb. Dang, this dude's doing a lot of damage. Well, that was not good. Guess we go to Berg now. What do I do here? Oh, I see. So whoever's the gorilla has to knock the bombs away. What? We went from like several easy bosses and then the difficulty spike hit in the 5th boss. Come on, you got this, tank.
Nope.
Alright, so now everyone runs into birds, but then I'm not sure what to do after this. Okay, so I use that, and then it gets me out of the bird. Nice, we got it this time. That was a fun boss. I do like a good challenge. While Wedge and I were out on patrol, we saw something, you see? A meeting between Maid and the enemy. And then she handed the Codex fragment over, just like that. The way she sauntered back into Alexander with the Illuminati, you'd think this was her plan all along. Wait, it certainly looks that way, aye, but we can't rule out the possibility of coercion considering the parties involved. Foolish uplanders. Treasure Hunter was happy to give Codex, and why not? She makes busy deals with the Illuminati since the very beginning. And now the Illuminati hold all fragments of the Enigma Codex. Treasure Hunter betrays Uplander's trust and forfeits their future in so doing. What a load of old bullocks. How daft does he think we are? Now, Biggs. If the Grand Master of the Illuminati said it, it must be true. Everything is as it must be. If Illuminati are to guide the chosen perfect world, not one piece could be out of place. With this, another page comes reality. When Illuminati find missing piece, the prophecy will be fulfilled. So either Maid was just pretending to be our friends, or he's lying. Goodness me, that goblin hasn't the faintest idea of how Uplander's minds work. I would have been prepared to believe that Maid was a traitor had he not bothered to come here and confirm it. Now I'm inclined to think she isn't. There may be truth to what Quick Things says. Backrick scours over data, looking for knowings of what happened 3 years ago. Backrick's found mentions of group of Ori treasure hunters. 3 years ago, group went to investigate ruins near Thaliak River, only to perish in sudden shivery shakes. 3 years ago, you say? That wouldn't be the earthquake that accompanied the failed summoning of that primal, would it? Bugger me, are you saying it was the treasure hunters doing the summoning, and that Maid was one of them? Now hold on a moment. I'm willing to accept that Maid may have been a member of this doomed expedition, and she being an Ori treasure hunter and all, but I fail to see what interest such a group would have in the ideals of the Enigma Codex, let alone summoning the primal. Well, she does have that scar on her face, which could be related to trying to summon the primal. Such was a question Backrick asked himself, so he spends much time gathering knowings, and finds answer in book lent to him by Shally and Uplander. Genius technologist who writes Enigma Codex 100 years ago is Ori Zayla with blue hair, exactly like Maid. Oh shoot. No, Maid would never make busy deals with bad gobbies. Roundrock searches for Maid. Here's truth for her. Maybe a family member of Maid? Roundrocks, wait. If you're worried about Roundrocks, don't be. Wedge won't let her come to any harm. And anyway, we've got more pressing matters to deal with. Namely, taking back that Codex fragment and pushing on into Alexander before the Illuminati have a chance to shore up their defenses. You ready for another round? Good. The sooner you get going, the better, I reckon. Oh, and when you're in the belly of the beast, be sure and break something for me. Eh? Will do. I'll break the entire thing. Wonder if this section of Alexander is just gonna be harder than the first one. And I hope so, because I like the more challenging fights. It's ragdoll through the vent. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. Oh. I just got in the arena and everyone's dead. So yeah, it definitely seems like more intense fights than the first part of Alexander. This is absolute chaos. Seriously gonna have to fight like 4 of them. Alright, we're fighting the last one now. Got Shiva ice mechanics. And they turn into puddles. Guess we hide now. Oh, the other tank just got one-shotted. That's not good. Well, we did it though. Nice. Very much enjoying these harder fights. Nora, you haven't seen Round Rocks, have you? I was looking forward to hearing about the new treasures she's found. I see. Well, I will not lie to you. Some of it is true. I did meet with the Illuminati. But that is not the whole story. Allow me to explain. You're saying you handed over the Codex fragment to stop the Illuminati from coming here and taking it? Yes, but the fragment I handed over to them was not but a stone picked from a pile of rubble. The true Codex fragment is here, safe and sound. Ha! I bloody knew Quickthinks was lying. The way he told it, you'd been working with the Illuminati all along. Load of old bilge, the lot of it. I am afraid not. Quickthinks told you true. In fact, it was I who first taught the goblins how to summon the primal. I meant only to use them for my own ends, of course, much as I did you. The author of the Enigma Codex was an ancestor of mine. Ah, I was right. The creation of the so-called perfect world proposed within it has long been the goal of certain members of our tribe, myself included. For years, we strove in secret to realize its high ideals, free from the twisted elitism which seems to have infected the Illuminati. During that time, there was one who served as our leader, a man who made us believe that our perfect world was within reach, a man with whom I fell in love. I wished for nothing more than to see his dreams come to fruition. What is that thing? Sublimed was my devotion. I agreed to help him summon a primal without a second thought. The danger to our lives never even crossed my mind. But on that day, 3 years ago, I came to know the folly of our mission. In an instant, the infernal machine laid waste to our hopes, snuffing out the lives of my companions, and the man I loved was dragged into its core. In a last desperate attempt to make right our mistake, I called forth a barrier with which to seal Alexander. At that moment, however, the Codex shattered, and the Colossus vanished without a trace. When the dust settled, I found myself surrounded by the broken fragments of the Codex, the cold, accusing remnants of our dream of a perfect world. We were fools to think only of the future. I did not realize it until my friends were gone, but the time we spent on our journey together, pursuing a shared dream. Those moments were as precious as any paradise we could have hoped to build. It's a sad old tale, I'll give you that, but it doesn't explain why you had the Illuminati summon the primal, or why you had us help you infiltrate it. After everything you've been through, you can't seriously think any good will come of reviving Alexander. You all but said as much yourself. Good has nothing to do with it. Understand, I did not act out of any lingering adherence to my old ideals. I simply wanted to see him again, and perhaps walk to the ends of the world with him. Him? Wait, did he turn into the primal? Might cannot mean Alexander. Not Alexander itself, but the soul I believe still resides within him. Soul of Uplander sleeps in giant machine? Never has Backrix heard such unsense. Might must abandon this. Now's not the time. I've got one more question to ask you. What happens when all the codex fragments are brought together? Alexander was born from the hearts that yearned for a perfect world. The writings of the Enigma Codex inspired such a desire, but they are more than just a collection of texts. The Codex can also be used to control the primal. To be precise, 2 elements are required: complete Enigma Codex and one capable of reading it. When both are present, Alexander can be commanded to transport its residents wherever they choose. I myself was once able to read the Codex, but those days are long gone. Now, the fragments are as dead to me as the stones beneath my feet. There's another, however, to whom the Codex still responds, one we all know quite well. What? Round rocks? Are you saying that little girl is the key to controlling a bleeding primal? Seems like it. Round rocks. Round rocks has been captured. Well, dang it.